What's going on? It's your boy. Yes, big. We up in here. We up. Oh wait, did I do that late? I don't know if I did that late. If I did that after it was live, or before it was recording. If I didn't, what it do? It's your boy SB. Hope everybody had a blessed week, man. We up in here. Y'all know what today is. If we here, then you know what today is. That means today is Thursday. We up in this piece. Hope everybody had a blessed week, man. My week, my week was great. Had a good week. I feel like I need something. I don't need this. It's broke. I wonder what's for this. Nah, I don't. Anyways, what's good, y'all? Let me see. We had Icy Lambo and them earlier in the chat like 5 hours ago. What's good? What's good? If you're in the building, drop it in the comment section. Let me know you're up in here. Hit that like button. If you don't hit that like button, just like Icy Lambo said right here. So I can throw that away. So need that one. Need that. Just make sure I got everything. Yeah, I'm pretty cool. Pretty good. What's good? Hope everybody had a good week. What just passed? We just had what's that day? I don't be paying attention to none of these holidays. What was it? We had a holiday though. I think it was it was Memorial Day. We had Memorial Day. So what's dope? This is one of the reasons why, I appreciate the company. I appreciate the Zon. You feel me? Uncle Jeff. Shout out to Uncle Jeff. We got paid for our holiday hours. You know what I mean? That's super dope right there. I had to work on Memorial Day. So basically I worked 12 hours or 11 and a half, just about 12 hours. And when you work on a holiday, you get that holiday pay too. So I just did 12 hours and 8 hours holiday pay for this last day. That's official. It's going to be like this next check going to hit for sure. So if you guys worked on Memorial, if you work at our company, you got that holiday pay too. If you don't work at Amazon, whatever company you work at, does your company do that? I've never worked for a company where if I worked, I got paid still holiday pay. You know what I mean? So that's pretty official. I'm sure it got to be some though, because these are new times. You know what I mean? It seems like more and more all these companies are kind of doing the same thing. All right. What up? We got IC. Thumbs up the video. That's right. If you ain't hit that thumbs up, go ahead and do that. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button one time. Let's go. Mercies. Look, so she's shopping up with the other Mercies. How you super early? They was here. That was like 5 o'clock. Shout out to both of y'all. Look, I was like, yo, this what we doing? We pulling up early. He said, I can't keep up either with the holidays, but I did enjoy that pay, right? I enjoyed it. But we ain't seen it yet. I wonder how it's going to hit. Because look at it. Here's the thing. You feel me? I'm getting that. I'm getting holiday pay on a 60-hour week. What's that? You know what I mean? I'm trying to see what that's going to look like. So that's that's a blessing. I'm excited. It's needed. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm going to Cali this month. So, definitely trying to go out there and make sure I have all the finances. Well, I got this 4 hours away, but I got to pay for something for my car. And then I'm doing a lot out there. Like I said, I'm going to shoot some vlogs out there. I want to hit, what's that place called? Venice. I'm already, anyways, I just got some stuff that I'm doing while I'm out there that costs money. So I want to, you know what I mean? And then I've never worked a 60-hour week with holiday pay. That's pretty deep. So I'm excited to see how that looks. Shout out to Mercy. Oh, it's time and a half? Nah. It's time and a half for what? The holiday pay or the hours that we work on that day? I don't even pay attention. I've been here 6 years? Almost 6 years. I don't know. Fill me in on that, Joel. Are you talking about time and a half for the day? Those hours that we work on a holiday, or is that time and a half for that 8-hour holiday pay? If anybody knows that, fill me in. I see Lambo, what it do? What's up, everyone? I'm tuned in now. Mercy, and Joel. What's going on, SB? What it do? What's good? Good to see you. Hope all is swell. You feel me? Hope all is swell with y'all. It's been swell with me. Like I said, we had our holiday this week. Didn't get it off. You know what I mean? I was working. What? You can't hear me? What you mean? Can y'all hear me out there? I guess you have to hear me because let me see. Check. Oh, snap. What? Oh, no. Check. All right. No, I should be good. Check. You should be able to hear me. Don't be scaring me like that. I'm thinking I'm over here talking to myself the whole time, but you guys have been answering the questions. You might got to turn your volume up. My volume is up. All right, where we at? Mercy can't hear. She's like, I can't hear you. Over the chirping. Over the skybirds. Joel, Mercy, what up? What up? Oh, Joel said anytime worked on a holiday is a time and a half, regardless if you have 40 hours that week. Yo, that's deep. That means I'm about to have a 60-hour week. I work 12 hours, 11 and a half hours on that holiday and 8-hour holidays pay. That's been a hit. I didn't know that. I got to check. I want to see what that, most of the time I don't even look at like my numbers in the check because it's, pretty consistent. But when it comes to holidays and holidays, I never really go into the details, time and a half, boom, 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 boom. I never knew that. Or now that you said that, I think I've heard that before, but never really paid attention to it. So good looking on that, Joel. If we get time and a half for our holiday pay, that's official. That's official. It's going to be, you feel me? Sign me up. All the holidays, sign me up. You can hear? Okay, bad. Good looking, Icy. Okay, good. Loud and clear. Good. I hear that smoke detector loud and clear. That's for sure. Factual. It's still in there, and I still got the batteries. I should stop what I'm doing right now and go change it. But I'm not, because I got to go get the ladder. These ceilings is pretty tall. I'm tall, and these ceilings is pretty tall. I can't touch the ceiling. If I jump, I could probably touch it. Can I touch that? Actually, I don't know if I can touch the ceiling if I jump. I'm 6 feet. I'm 6'3", 6'4", 6'3", something like that. I think I'm 6'3". I should be able to touch the roof. Now I kind of want to find out. I don't know if I can touch the roof. I don't know. Anyways, I would have to go get the ladder, and I'm not going to go get the ladder. But hopefully next week. And I'm shooting vlogs. I've been back on it. You know what I mean? I've been going in, not on this channel, but my faith channel. Y'all know I'm a follower of the Lord. My faith-based channel. I've been, I've been recording. I've been consistent on my recording over there. And I needed that just so it can get me back in the content creation mood. For me, it's not, I can't just turn it on and on and off and off. Like if I cut it off for a while, I kind of got to ease my way back into it. So on my other channel, that's definitely helped me get back into the content creation mode zone. So I'm definitely, I was going to record some vlogs. No, I was going to do another faith, my faith channel vlog, but I'm still going to do that after this. But I have them written out for this channel. So I'm back in the zone, the mindset. So I can get on those, man. Y'all been showing love over here. So definitely appreciate you guys. Even the new people. When you do see this, a lot, people still been subscribing, still getting a gang of comments from all the old videos. So it's beneficial. I guess it's a storm. It might be. Or just is your volume all the way up? You got, make sure your volume is up. Icy said, yes, all jobs are time and a half on holidays. Even back when I was in 16 at Popeyes. What? It was that long? That's what's up. Because back when I was 15 and a half at Arby's, I wonder, I don't know. That's what's up, though. This is going to be a nice check. That's going to be a nice check. That's what's up. Joel says, anything over 40, you get time and a half. Plus, oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I know about the time and a half for overtime. That's just overtime. So I knew that. But I didn't know. So we're getting the same pay for overtime for working on those holiday days. Yo, this is going to be a wild check. You know what I mean? It's going to be. That's deep. So you get time and a half for overtime, time and a half for holiday, and 8 hours holiday pay. Y'all working overtime this week, right? Please tell me y'all working overtime. Can you imagine that? Your sit max out 40 hours, 20 hours overtime. That's a lot of overtime. 20 hours overtime and 8 hours holiday pay. No, my bad. 30 hours regular. For me, it'd be 39 hours regular because I mean, I'm tripping. It'll be 29 hours, 10 hours. Oh no, 11 hours, time and a half. 20 hours over another time and a half for overtime, and then 8 hours holiday pay. There you go. I got it. But our regular, but what's funny is the holiday pay they give you is just regular pay. You know what I mean? But I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'll take it. And then for us on the corporate side, in my corporate section, they don't even pay us the whole day for holiday. You know, do you guys get 8 hours holiday pay? Oh yeah, you said you do 8 hours. Okay, so it's the same for you guys. Even though if you did work, it's longer than 8 hours, but we'll take it. You feel me? We'll take that. No diddy. No diddy. You feel me? But we'll take that. No diddy. Pause. All right. That's what's up. I'm excited for this check. SB, you never check your pay stubs. Not for only times I'll really check it is when what I started to do, I started to just check the hours because I know if I get X amount of hours, I'm getting X amount. You know what I mean? And then I know too, if my hours go too high, they take, like, I can actually lose money if I work a whole lot of hours, you know? Like, you know what I mean? So I kind of watch my hours, but go into like check my numbers and I don't really check that. But I'm just interested how this is going to work though this week because that's a lot of hours and that's a lot of overtime. What is these taxes going to look like? You know what I mean? I was like, even if they take out a lot, I should still. That's what I'm gonna be upset. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be upset if they take out and I get like less than I use. Nah, we ain't even speaking that. You feel me? Faith over here. You feel me? It's gonna be a nice check. So we gonna see. But not really. I don't really check it. I try to keep an eye on how many hours I work, so I don't work too much, so I don't get taxed too much. You're gonna have a fat check. I'm hoping it's obese. I'm hoping it's overweight. You feel me? Ankles rolled. You feel me? Sliding on the floor. You feel me? I hope that thing overweight. Obese check. And it's dope too, because it's just dope, So yeah, we're gonna see how that turns out. What's your current position? I thought you went salary for a bit. Nah, I haven't went salary. I'm an L4, so I'm an L4, but hourly. You know what I mean? I don't want to. If you hit me on the gram or something, I'll let you know the position name. I just don't like putting it on the internet because I don't know all the people that be looking at the channel and it be people looking at the channel. You know what I mean? But I'm currently an L4, but just hourly, not an L4 salary. But they didn't go salary yet. You know what I mean? Would I? I would now. In the warehouse, I'm not even gonna lie, I would probably do it. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Even though I don't want to, you know what I mean? Because I want to collect overtime. That's an investment. Like, that's one of the things I've always loved about this company. I said it over and over again, capitalizing, taking advantage off of overtime. It's you know what I mean? It comes too quick. You work it this week, you get it next week. That's crazy, especially when you're somebody who's putting money in different places. I'm a visionary. I do a lot. You feel me? It's challenging. My challenge is to do one thing, but I have so much that I do. I need the capital. You know what I mean? And if I can get it next week, run that. You know what I mean? And I'll be trying to tell people, work the overtime, So, what you say? Goal is 10K subby before the end of 2025. Listen, I can do it for sure. If I start, which I plan to, like I'm saying, my faith page, I'm active in motion over there. But I was doing some, my boy kind of sent me and was talking to me about the shorts and how it affects your page. not really views and growth number wise. That's how pages go through the roof. You know what I mean? That helped this page out, this channel and my faith channel, both of them through shorts. Crazy. You know what I mean? I think 1 month I ended up hitting on my faith page. What was it, like 100,000 views, 150,000 views or something like that in a month? But it was the shorts. But anyways, what that does though, when you do both type of content, you do short form content, long form content, it actually hinders your page. You know what I mean? And I've seen that on this page, but I didn't care because it didn't really hinder the finances. It hindered. I seen that some of the views, it dropped on my longer videos, and you know what I mean? It dropped on my long, but not much. And the pay didn't really take a hit, but the numbers and the subscribers really went. So anyways, I'm thinking about still keeping the shorts going on over here until I hit that 10K. I just want to hit the 10K. That's the threshold that a lot of people don't hit on this platform, percentage wise as total content creators. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use shorts maybe for like 1 more month, and then after that, I'm done with shorts for this channel, just because the way it's like the game is rigged. It's like life in our government, our country. It's like they find ways to get money away from you. You know what I mean? And to put up like, and I already knew content creation was under attack when buku bucks is being made. You know what I mean? All these YouTube has been cutting checks for people. I don't get big checks, but you know what I mean? But there's people that's been on YouTube, they getting 6 figures. There's people who used to get 6 figures a month. There's still a few, but the corporate takeover has happened. You know what I mean? And it's been happening on YouTube. It's happened for now, just everybody's seen it happen for TikTok. That's what happens, And I think, I've foreseen it. It's like, content creation is a industry. The content creation industry. It's an industry now. But I already said, this ain't gonna last too long. You know what I mean? Like freely as it is, because it's too much finances and it's helping too many people. For some reason, our country, our government, they don't like people being financially independent. They want us slaving at jobs, work, all that stuff. Anyways, yes, the goal is 10K. Definitely gonna get there. And I'm excited for sure. Joel says, no, not all jobs pay time and a half on holidays, not required by law. Okay, look at Joel over here, HR. You feel me? We got HR Joel in the building. Not required by law, but nice if employers do. Facts. See? That's why we try to tell people, Joel, Amazon is, yes, the work can be strenuous. Yes, it can don't let it break your spirit. Don't let it break it, because it can. But if you happen to get into a good position at this company, look at all these perks. I've never even named this as one of the perks in none of my videos because I didn't even think about it, and I was benefiting from that. You know what I mean? Listen, we got to capitalize off this company while we can, y'all. I don't like my position right now, but I'm not going nowhere unless I go to the warehouse. I'm not looking at no other company, Like, we got a lot of benefits. I'm trying to squeeze this rag, Amazon rag, till all the juice come out. That's dope though. That's just another benefit with the company. That's what's up. Ice and Emma says, but watch all the taxes they take out. Right. They went then. Yeah, I hear for sure. I hear you on that. But I think even if they take out a lot, it's still gonna be, you know what I mean? Because that's just a lot of hours. So it's still gonna be something way more than what I usually get. I mean, that's what my mind is saying. We're gonna see. If I'm ranting next week, I ain't never working 60 hours on a holiday week. We know how it turned out. But next week we're gonna find out. Because that would have been dope last week if somebody would have said that. Like, that's some good information. Hey, we got a holiday day coming up this next week. Be aware if you're gonna do overtime, like that type of information. I like that type of information. Looks like I'm gonna have to learn firsthand. I like to know information before it'll cost me, but we're gonna see next week. 8. What is 8? I don't know what that's from, Rico. My bad. 8. Let me know what you're talking about, Rico, because I don't know. My fault. Oh, you 8 years with the company. If that's what you're saying. Congrats. If that's what you're saying. Rondo, good looking. What you say? Holler from Davenport FC. Good luck out here. Good looking, Rondo. Definitely appreciate the super chat, fam. Definitely a blessing, man. I don't take that lightly. That means a lot. You know what I mean? Especially in these times. Finances, that's heavy. Thank you so much, Rondo. Appreciate you, my dude. Truly appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Mercy says they being stingy with the VT this week. Word. Man, sorry to hear that. Try to get it while you can. Look, we work from home this next week. So I was going to work even more overtime this next week coming up because I can work from home. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to, but the way our overtime request works, we have to put it in like before everybody else puts it in. So I'm about to put it in for like, I'm going to try to max out next week too. We get to work from home, you feel me? Let's go. Bringing back memories, you know, the only thing I liked from the corporate side. Only thing. That's it. That's it was working from home, and they took it away. But I get to experience some of that joy that I once had next week. You feel me? So hopefully you guys get some more VT over there, Mercy. We are getting closer to what's that day called? Prime Day. So hopefully it should pick up, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Oh, Icy says Rondo. Shout out to the super chat. You feel me? Shout out to Rondo. You know what I mean? Definitely appreciate that. That's like I said. I appreciate everything from everyone. I appreciate every single like, every single comment, every share that you guys dropped on plenty videos. I truly appreciate that. Everybody who's been listening to the music. New project on the way still. Yeah. Nah, but you know, because those streams are still going crazy, you know. So definitely appreciate you guys for always support, man. I truly appreciate that. Thank you, Rondo. Good looking, Icy Lambo too. Pat the Gamer, what up? What up, Big Pat? What's good with you? Good to see you, fam. Hope all is well over there. What you say? He said, "How's it going, man? Bless." Feel me? I'm doing great, doing good. I'm trying to just take it to the next level, you know, just in general in life. On this channel too, this is like the last thing I'm kind of putting my effort into. Like I'm saying, I'm back on my faith walk, man. So everything, it's all over there, but it's finna hit over here too. Just trying to take it to the next level, man. So I'm doing great. Appreciate you, Pat the Gamer. I actually let me say Pat the Gamer in the house. You feel me? You feel me? Joel, 7.5 years with the Zon. Okay. That's what's up. That's a long time, but I feel you. I would not be surprised if I'm here 7 years. I will be surprised. Oh, that's only a year and a half away. So yeah, I definitely won't be surprised. But I'm hoping I can just get out of corporate. You feel me? The stress level that's what I'm not, you know, I'm worried about. I'm worried about that stress aspect. So I'm hoping I wouldn't mind putting in 10 years with the company, 15. Like I said, I wouldn't mind this being my last job with this company. But the position that I'm in, that's where I'm really trying to get out of this position, you know. But congrats to Joel, man. 7 years. Listen, it takes a different type of breed to maneuver through this company that long. You know what I mean? This is not a normal company. That's why turnover is crazy. So many people be venting online about their problems going viral. Amazon's a beast for sure. And, you know, to be there 7.5 years, that's deep. You feel me? So shout out to Joel. I'm almost there. You feel me? I'm almost at 6. I think I got 2 months until I'm at 6 years. So, but my thing is like, yo, let's get it though. Let's capitalize off it. You feel me? Let's maximize, squeeze everything we can out of working here. I always say, like, try to leave the company. Ain't no try. Leave the company better than what you came. You know, the game of this work of the game of the workplace. You feel me? Leave the company better than you came. Icy Lambo. That should be a vlog. That's a cool little vlog. But I think I've said it before. But I got my World Trade Center vlog over here from my New York trip. I have to, like, this might be a month. I might just post like crazy this month just to get out all the videos that I have. I hold so much stuff. I don't like how I do that, but that's one thing that I'm changing. You know what I mean? All right. Well, now you know for the fourth, right? Is that the next holiday? It is. Okay, you're right. So now we're gonna know for the fourth how this is gonna turn, how this is gonna turn out. Whether we, so it's a go, you feel me? Let's max it out, let's work it, let's make sure we work overtime that week, or I ain't working no overtime on no holiday weeks. We gonna see. Tune in next week's live to get the answer. Facts. All right. I've never seen Rico before. All he says was 8 and then left live. Right. Rico. Right. That is funny. That is pretty hilarious. Shout out to Rico. You feel me? Joel says, when you have a larger check than usual, you will put yourself in a higher tax bracket and more taxes could be withheld. But at the end of the year, you will still benefit when claiming taxes. Yeah, that is true. But even though they pull out more taxes, you still get more though. You know what I mean? But then for me, at least, it becomes all right, $400 more. Was that worth all them extra hours that got taken out? Like I think I should see at least. I don't even know. Like I don't even know because this is not. They don't make sense. 60 hours plus the 8 hours holiday pay plus 12 hours of time and a half from working on the holiday. It's just I don't even know how to calculate it. But even if they take out crazy taxes, I should still exceed the bar. You know what I mean? From still because that's just a lot of hours. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And you're right. Even at the end of the year, boom, it should get it back. So, and it's crazy. Listen, working at Amazon, being a continuous worker of overtime, when you look at how much you make at the end of the year, it'd be surprising. It surprises me every time. You know what I mean? So, listen, maximize it, man, and leverage it. You feel me? To get what you got to get in life, get your car, get your apartment, pay off the debt, whatever you got to do. Oh, Marcel was good. Marcel, good to see you. Good to see you in the building. Listen, if y'all who's tuned in, if you ain't hit that like button yet, scroll down, hit that like button one time. If you ain't hit the subscribe button, hit that young subscribe button one time. Let's go. Indeed. What's up? What's up with you? What's good, fam? He says, what up, SB? You're almost at 100 episode 100 with this series. Any plans for the 100th episode? It was at back at episode 50. I was like, yo, I should do it. I was thinking trying to do some crazy stuff, but that's next week. You know what I mean? So, nah, I'm not. I could not do it for a few weeks and then wait until I go to Cali and then do it, but nah, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? Consistency, you know what I mean? Like that's special to me. 100 of anything, doing something 100 times to me is special. Like that takes effort. Who does, in all areas of life, 100 doing something that many times that's consistency. So at this point, I probably won't. We just probably be up in here. I might buy some apple cider. You feel me? Might go buy some apple cider. You might have a little celebration. That might be cool. We might do a celebration. Just here though, here in the office. Might do like a extended live that day. I might do like a 12-hour live for the 100th episode. That's too long. I just ain't got the time to be doing that though. Yeah, I don't know. I might not do that. Imagine doing an all-night live though. Doing it from sundown to sunup. That would be pretty crazy. Like a 12-hour live from 7 to 7. Sheesh. But I don't know what I would do. No, I couldn't, because then I would get tired, and when I'm tired, there's no fun. There's no what's that filter? I'm gonna just be talking crazy, and then wake up and be regretting it like snaps. But nah, nothing bland. Probably just a celebration with y'all. Joel says, I say work all the OT and make all the money you can because you will only be paying the same tax as anyone else making that income. Right. I feel that. Good insight, Joel. Good insight. You don't want to go back to water spider? Oh, I would. If I had to, I would. I always will try to look at the positive side of things. That's some great cardio. That's some great exercise. If I had to, I definitely would. But is that my first choice? Nah, I'm cool. You feel me? Like I'd rather not, because then you're not really. I don't know. I would like to either just go back to a PA or be an AM, because it's more of your mind. You're more of it's chess. You're the chess player. You're moving all the pieces. I love that. You know what I mean? I love being able, and you're able to make more of a change because you know what I mean? You're zoomed out and you can see the whole board. A water spider, you're just there. Your task is to make sure they don't run out of work. That's your task. You know what I mean? Which is cool. But when you're that PA or AM, you know what I mean? Man, I think I could streamline this. We can make this better over here. It's just so much more to do in a way bigger scope. That's where I like my mind frame to be, especially in work. I loved it. Like I actually enjoyed that job, that position. But water spider, if I had to, I would, but not if I, what I mean? I'll take the PA or the AM though. She says, indeed, good eye. Yes, this is episode 98. Congratulations for the dedication, SB. We're so proud of you. Thank you. You feel me? Appreciate that. It do take work. It take work. I can't even lie. It took me forever to make video 1 of this channel. That was the hardest part, was the beginning videos. You know what I mean? Oh man, like I never wanted to do content. I was never like, oh, I'm going to be a content creator, a vlogger. Never. I said me never. So it was like, man, how am I going to look on camera? What are they going to think? And this and that. That's why I told nobody. I didn't tell none of my family until I was almost monetized, almost at 1,000 subscribers, because that's life. That's a life lesson. When you have big dreams, you got goals. Sometimes it's best to tell this many people until you're almost there or you're there, because everybody's mind is not the same. And the mind is our most powerful vehicle that we have. You know what I mean? So I didn't even tell nobody until I was just about monetized. And by that time, no matter what they said, it didn't matter because we was already moving. It was already in motion. Same with my house. When I bought this house, this is a new build home. So I had to wait for it to get built. Guess who I told? This many people. Except, my mom lives out here. So I was staying with my mom. She knew. But all my family in Cali, all the homies, this many. Because I don't need nobody putting their negative doubts. I already had enough. Because it was during the COVID, it was during the shutdown. A gang of people who had contracts, they started getting canceled, because when you buy a new home, when you sign it that price at that time. The housing market is always going up or down, especially at that price. The housing market was skyrocketing. So right when I signed, every week after, I was getting, what's that called? Equity, about $5,000 a week. So by the time I moved into my home, I was walking into $100,000 equity. So what do you think I was thinking? Oh man, they're gonna cancel. You know what I mean? They're gonna cancel. Why would they? They're gonna cancel me. You know what I mean? And sell it to somebody else for a higher price. And that was happening to a lot of people. Anyways, it's important to keep where we're going. It's a life lesson, quick little life lesson, man. Wherever you're going, sometimes it's best to just keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Until you're there. Because the negativity, how many of us can name a friend that we have who's done something, who's on that level? You know what I mean? Who's done something great? Most people haven't seen somebody do something great, being honest. Most people don't know have a family member or friend who's doing great in life, excelling, they killing it. You know what I mean? So most people have a doubt mindset, a complaining mindset. As soon as something comes, they rather doubt instead of believe. And as soon as something comes, they see all the challenges. I mean, they see all of it as, I don't even know the words because I only know it as challenges. You know what I mean? I always know it, anyways. So, but yeah, appreciate all the love, y'all, on the congrats for the almost 100th episode. We almost there. what you say, 7 to 7. That's an Amazon shift to the max, right? But I work that every day. You know what I mean? That's my schedule. I work 7 to 7. So it feel like I'm just, and this is all I do at work. I sit down. I don't know how there's people in my building. They walk. They're going to the bathroom every 20 minutes. How, Sway and Sway yet? How? Like they don't be. There's some people they be having easy rides, and I'm not one of them. Not. I'm hoping I'll be at the bus stop, the easy ride bus stop. I'll be there. I'll be there. The bus don't come. It don't be picking me up. Oh man, I'll be like, "What's up?" No colors allowed. I'm not even gonna go there, but you feel me? Never mind. Anyways, it be a gang of people chilling, relaxing. But our department is cracking down though. This is what I think. This is one reason why I don't like corporate too. It's a new, like they adding a lot of stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's an Amazon shift. Yo, I'm be saying the most sometimes. All right, that's an Amazon shift for sure. It is. But I will be able to do it because I'll be sitting down the whole time. For the 100th episode, SB will PayPal all of us 100. I think that'd be dope. If I had it, I definitely would do that. That'd be fire. But then imagine putting that like as the vlog, everybody getting $100. We'll have 1 million people on this stream. Facts, literally. But that would be dope. Once I get, let's say this channel gets to 1 million subscribers one day, I would definitely like hook my day ones up. You guys are the day ones. You guys are here before, you know what I mean? Stuff skyrockets. That I would love to do that. You know what I mean? Because to me, that's something that's immeasurable. That's valuable to me. People who support. I've done plenty of things. I've been a rapper. I've had brands. I've done things, and one thing in every arena that I step into, I always remember, well, two things. I remember those who supported me, and I remember those who did me wrong too. You know what I mean? I'm not the vengeful vengeance. I'm not the type, vengeful or nothing like that. But I remember, you know what I mean? For sure. People change. That's what's up. But, especially when people do you wrong, I remember, I forgive you, but why am I going to get stabbed twice? You know what I mean? So, I definitely would like to get to the point where I can do that one day. That'll be a blessing. Hopefully. Joel says, you've been a PA for 6.5 years? Joel, you know the game. A PA for 6.5 years. If anybody knows anything, it's Joel. Facts. Everybody always goes to the PA from you feel me? I've had seniors, and it's funny because that's too low in the chain of command. They really don't. It seems like they don't be trying to do that, but there's times where it's like they got to pull up. You feel me? Hey, SB, how you doing this right here? You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, well, let me talk to you. Let me bring it down. So shout out to Joel, man. A PA that long, my dude has some knowledge for sure. Zimmerman, what up? Mark says I'm in the Tom team and I'm trying to go back inside and try PA, but everybody I know, even TA who were PAs, were telling me no, they rather drive. I'm so lost now. It's different. It's different for everybody. You know what I mean? It's different. Some people, when they get into that position, it's like, nah, this ain't for me. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? But for me, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So I think it's more of a personal preference. Are you good at communication? Is one of the biggest things there. Communication, engagement, leadership, leading, like pressure, those things is common for that position. But I loved it. So different for everybody. Joel says, and AM is something else that I passed on that's something else that you passed on for 5 years, being pushed for one reason or another. So you say you passed on being an AM for 5 years? I got you. I got you. That's deep. Why is that? Or are you saying that you got that they passed you up on, or you just didn't want to do it? Perfect Gematria was good. Was good with you, my guy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope all is well over there, fam. Always good to see you in the building. Who's an OG when this channel was called Moving from Cali to Arizona? Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you official. You knew the channel when it was called that, you official. That's official. Because I think that was the first name I had for it. No, it wasn't. It was something before that. Or no, did I name my show that? No, that was. I don't even remember. I think it was first motivated fitness, because it was the fitness stuff and it was gonna be motivation. And then I was just like, nah, you know what? Let me change it from California to Arizona, vlogging my journey type thing. But I don't know if I ever did have motivated fitness. I'm not sure. But definitely it was moving to Cali from moving from Cali to Arizona. That's crazy that you even remember that. That's kind of scary. No, I'm like, I just playing. I see. That's what's up. You definitely an OG. If anybody, if this page, if I end up, you know what I mean, this page end up popping like that, and somebody's like, well, it won't be a secret then. But if, you know what I mean, yeah, that's support. You getting blessed for sure, for sure. That's for sure. Joe says, I love the challenges more than anything. I feel you. Facts. And two, especially when you have a dope team. I think that was one of the reasons I was able to just continue. There was just no stopping, because we had a dope team. And afterwards, hindsight, I see 2020, like that plays a big part. You know what I mean? That plays a big part, is having, when you have a team that just moves in harmony. You know what I mean? Just a good team is powerful. That's a powerful thing. You can do anything. We did. I mean, we broke records. We just did everything. Like, it was just dope, you know, and it sucks. Like, man, I didn't know, but I will say I didn't know what I had at that point. But after I wrote out the project, everybody got promoted except me. You feel me? So everybody left anyways, you know. So, or major key people in the team left, and it wasn't the same afterwards, you know. So site leaders come to me. Yeah, see, that confirms it, you know. That's deep though. Site leaders, that's a whole nother level. That's deep. I don't even think I've met a site. Well, I don't even met a site leader. They've never really come to mind, because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you go to them for? And, you know, except maybe to, you know, build relationship and, you know, all that. But I never had no reason to build a relationship with a site leader. But that's dope. That's official, fam. That's official. Two broke band. Was that Two Broke Brand? What up with you? What's good? What's good? What's good? Haven't seen your name before in here, so good looking for tuning in. Good to see you in the building. Says, yo, SB, you heard of the Amazon manager that frauded Amazon 10 milli 2 years ago? Yeah, I did a vlog on that. And it wasn't just the manager, it was the manager in cahoots with what are they called? Security, whatever that security, like the loss prevention, I believe it was, and then a few other people. I think it was like, I forgot who else, but yeah, if you look on my channel, I did a vlog on that, because I was like, how do you think you're going to move that much finances around, even though that company has crazy amount of money? They're tracking though. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think anybody was crazy enough to try to do something like that and think they were going to get away with it. But somebody tried it and got away with it, but got caught for sure. And that's when my motivation from that video was like, yo, don't steal from the company. Because I've heard of people, you know what I mean, and other, you know, when you're a PA and everybody talks to you and you know, you cool with everybody, people be telling you what goes on. And I've heard, you know, people don't that didn't pay for snacks or something like that. They just always don't pay for snacks. Like, bro, you're gonna lose your job for a what's those things called? A Betty cake? You feel me? Like, you're gonna lose your job over that? It's crazy. But but now 10 million, you're gonna go to jail. How long did she get? I don't even know. I forgot. It ain't worth it. Freedom, your freedom. And they don't just take your freedom. Now you're placed in a cage with the animal. I mean, I'm sure there's some animals in there. You feel me? Everybody's not just a beast in prison, I'm sure, but I'm sure it's a program in there, and it ain't cool. I'm straight. You feel me? I want my freedom. Icy Lambo says from Google, whatever that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. A former operations manager. Okay, 16 years. See, was 10 million worth 16 years? No. I don't care. I ain't got to think about it. No. Is 100 million worth 16 years? Nope. Even though you can blow, that's a lot of money to blow. I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun, but 16 years is way too long. It's just too long. It's too long. Too long. Nope, can't do it. Long time. Oh wait, did I even finish reading your thing? Oh yeah, okay. 16 years for DeBron. Okay. Gotcha. Good looking on that Icy Lambo. Icy, you like what's that? Like an assistant? You just dropping information and pulling. Icy don't be playing over here. Mark Zimmerman says long time lurker, first time catching it live. Thanks, man. Of course, my dude. Of course, welcome to the live, and glad. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. Definitely appreciate that. Thanks for hopping in and letting me know. That means a lot. So appreciate you, Mark. From Google, whoever that is, created fake vendors and submitted. Oh, right. Oh, that's somebody else. Created fake vendors and submitted fictitious invoices to Amazon. That's crazy. Leading the company to pay approximately $9 million into bank accounts she and her co-conspirators controlled. That's crazy. Like, you're directly linked to the accounts that Amazon is. That it just don't make sense. Don't make sense, and it's not worth it. It ain't worth it, man. Freedom. I mean, the freedoms that we have, I should say. It ain't worth it. LP, up there you go. Good looking. Yeah, that was a crazy story. And I also did a vlog on there were some dudes who they stole from it was the stowers, and that one was just all over the place. I remember I was clowning that video because their whole car was packed out. It was just crazy. Like, they took the stuff from inside, they set it out by the back gate, and then it was just wild. And it's like, bruh, just work some overtime, fam. Work the overtime. It's not worth going to jail. Oh, wait, what you say? Betty, a Betty cake? Oh, little Debbie. Oh, I'm thinking of Betty Crocker. I'm thinking of Betty Crocker. Yeah, there you go. And them Debbie cakes be hitting though. Where it's the chocolate with the white filling. Them things be slapping. See, look, I need to stop thinking about food. I gotta drop like 10 pounds by the end of June. So I gotta lay off the snacks for sure. And the energy drinks. Which I've been doing better at. You right. You right. You feel me? You right. Almost right on the hour. What, 50 minutes? That's true. I did yawn. My bad. I'm trying to get this thing. All right, cool. Guts. What you say? I just made, or you just got made into an ambassador. Now I'm being told I'll be made a PA soon. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Rondo. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about, fam. Night shift never batted an eye at me. Day shift is treating me like gold. Do you think favorite play a big role? Absolutely. Now, okay, here's the thing. Yeah, I guess that it would ultimately be that, and biasness. You know what I mean? Like there's people, and they like, it's basically they already have, they're biased, and that's usually how it is. Like that's like if when I was a PA, I would already have somebody in mind, so it would be a little more challenging for the new hire that just came to, within the next 3 months, change my bias towards what I've had towards the other associate. Why? Because the other associate was already proven. You know what I mean? I've been seeing him already, but it can change. It just may take more time. So they probably already had their quote unquote, so to say, favorites that they had lined up. And then it's a little more challenging to get in there at that point, but it can be done because that's how it was with me. They already had they eyes on their people that they wanted, but time tells all, and time will expose, because anybody can. That's I love that, and that's like I was there for it. I was like, all right, bet, because I knew time would tell. Everybody can put on a front for the first month. Oh, that's easy, and I knew that was going to happen too. Like when my class, I called it. Everybody, I hyped my whole class up. Literally, I was the one. Everybody surrounded. We talking. I had people talking goals. They was all hyped up, but I already knew. Sounds good now. I didn't say that to them, but I'm like, let's see who's still here next month with that same mindset. What, 60% dropped out the race. By the next month, the rest. So that's what's dope about time, because it's gonna expose everybody. That's it. Like me and this YouTube channel. I've been on here, I don't know how long, but it exposed like, oh, he's still going. There's people who was going, they out, they tapped out. I'm done. So but that's super dope that you was able to get into another shift. They probably just didn't have their eyes on anybody yet. And you came in, blew the people they probably did have in mind. You just came in, boom, blazing out the gate. Like, and then too, what plays a big part is your connection with the team. You know what I mean? Like I've seen dope people, I mean, exceptional people, and they never got into a role because their attitude. It's not just how dope you are, it's how you engage with the team that you're partnering with, the AMs and stuff, because you're going to be doing so much work together. Who wants to bring somebody in that has a terrible mindset? You know what I mean? Because you guys are going to be working together, So when you're killing it, when you have the talent, when you have the skill, and you have the engagement to engage with people and properly communicate, man, that's golden. That's in there. So anyways, congrats on that, Rondo. That's a big deal. That's a big deal, especially when they're foreseeing your future. This is what happened with me. Same thing. They would, oh, man, PA, and we see you, but they see the vision with you. All right, bet, cool. So now you want to stay planted there, because what you have now is something valuable. That's called you have endorsement. That's valuable with this company. It is valuable. That endorsement. Continue to strengthen it. Continue to prove yourself. Just do what you're doing, because then that's what gets you into them PA doors quick. Them AM doors quick, especially internally. So good stuff, my dude. Typical Cowboys fan. That little your little thumbnail's dope. That's funny. That's what's up. What up, SB? 190 stops today. I mean, prayers out to the typical Cowboy fan. That's a lot. Is it though? 190? Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Shout out to you, fam. I'm glad you off. I mean? I'm glad you still breathing. I'm glad you alive. I hope you didn't get injured or nothing like that. That's crazy. That's a lot of stops. Shout out to all the delivery drivers out there. That's a whole nother ball game for sure. TBB, Two Broke Brand, became a FQA recently. And I got to say, it's definitely one of the best positions. Enjoying every minute of it. That's what's up. That's dope. To be in a position that you enjoy, no better feeling than that. Now that you're there, you enjoy it, man, max out, capitalize, handle that. Good stuff, fam. Good stuff. I don't know what FQA is, though. I've heard of ICQA or IQCA. ICQA, I believe. But FQA, I don't know what that is. But At least you enjoy it. You feel me? That's what's up. Kill it, fam. Yo, Big Sean, what to do, fam? What's good with you, Sean? In the building, oh, what's good, my guy? How you feeling over there? Hope all is well with you. Would you say Prime Week around the corner? It is. I'm all coming quick, speeding. That thing's speeding. I'm like, slow it down, because I am not looking forward to that. I'm gonna definitely have to put in some vacation, and I ain't even got enough to cover a week, because I'm gonna use, like, it was only gonna be one day that I was gonna use. Oh wait, no, I am just using one day. Yeah, okay, cool. At least I can get a few days off on Prime Week. If I get like 2 days off Prime Week, that'd be cool. If I can get all of the whole week off, even better. Yeah. But I don't think they're gonna allow that though. But yeah, it's coming quick though, Sean, for sure. I enjoyed your delivery videos, and good looking, fam. And I'm not gonna lie, me too. Now looking back, them things entertaining. Low key, a few weeks ago, I was watching them, and I was just like, "Yo, I can't believe I was really doing that." Crazy. If y'all, everybody who's tuned in, if you haven't seen my delivery videos, check them out. Them things is wild. It makes you look at the delivery drivers different. It's definitely that's different, man. It's different over there. Shout out to all delivery drivers. Shout out to you, typical Cowboys fan. Glad you enjoyed it, man. It helped me get through that that little phase, you know. So appreciate the I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Icy Lambo says, Sean in the house, what it do? Our favorite retired UPG ninja. That's deep. That's deep. See, we gotta be careful with Icy gonna remember. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful in the chat, because she gonna remember and call it out. I'm surprised. What's his name ain't here? Who where my thing at? All right, it's over there. But yeah, all right. Icy said September 4th, 2025, Eagles versus Cowboys. That's what's up. I don't even know. I don't even know who's playing. I don't know what season it is or for anything. Oh, you know what? I know it's basketball season. It's basketball season, right? I'm not tripping. I thought I saw somebody on the screen a few weeks ago. I don't know what's going on in any sports right now. Is it going to be the championship or the Super Bowl? Let me know, because I don't know. Kevin, what up, Kevin? It says ASB, long-time viewer, first-time commenter. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Appreciate that. He says, is that chirping artificially added to your live streams? Or do you need to change your 9-volt for your? No, I need to change it. I have like 7 of them in this house, and they went off. Like, I changed them. That's the thing. I changed, like 4 went off, and now the other 4 went off 4 months later. I got to change the thing. I work like a madman. And when it goes off your smoke detector, you hear it for the first day. After that, it becomes I ain't heard it since you called it out. It's just a part of my life. So yeah, I need to change that 9-volt. I have the batteries too. That's the hilarious part about it. So hopefully, you know what? If y'all could remind me, listen, that's where Icy at. Anybody who's tuned in, remind me when this vlog, or as we're wrapping it up at the end, remind me to hit the smoke detector, because I gotta shoot at least 2 vlogs once I'm done. And I have been hearing it when I edit them, not on this page, not on this channel, but my other one. I hear it. I'm like, snaps. I gotta change that thing. So if y'all can remind me at the end of the vlog or this live, so I can change that. Oh wait, did I click on that? My fault. K Lehman, what up? What up? What's good? SB, from what you remember, what is a good stow or good rate for stow? I don't even remember, fam. I don't even remember. Can somebody fill them in? What is it? 100? Nah, I gotta be more than that. Like, what is it? Your UPH units per hour? I would think. I don't know. I don't even know, fam. Oh wait, you know what? I'm sure. I'm sure Joel knows. Joel, do you know? Okay, 300. That sounds about right. Well, that's his site too. I think different sites or sites are different, could be different, but that sounds reasonable. Because I was just like, oh, 100, but I'm like, nah, because you can do that in like 10 minutes. Well, no, my bad, not 10 minutes, but it don't take long. So yeah, Rondo just commented in 300 on his site. But the way to find out, just ask your manager or you know what I mean, HR or something like that. Your manager would know because they be watching anyways. If they haven't like a pro shoot, then you must be doing decent because that's all they do is watch them numbers. Field quality assurance. Okay. I've never heard of that. Field quality assurance. That's what's up. I've never even seen that before on like Job Finder or nothing. That's what's up. Congrats. You basically do audits to ensure delivery drivers are able to make the deliveries to commercial or residences. Okay. Residencies. That's what's up. That's what's up. Congrats, fam. Continue to kill it. And it's like I'm saying, the most important thing is that you like what you do. That's priceless. That's what's up. I'm doing good. Thinking about picking up VT, going on vacation soon. Pick it up. Ain't nothing like being on vacation and not looking at your pocket. But you should. I don't, but you should though. You know what I mean? But that's a good feeling when you're just on vacation and you just living. You're just doing what you're doing. Like that was such a beautiful feeling. Was out there in New York, walking through Brooklyn. You feel me? Found an Italian place. I didn't even post that vlog yet. Man, I gotta post those. Bomb. The best Italian food I've ever had on my time on earth in Brooklyn. Bomb. And there's just mobbing around, just walked. Then we walked over the Brooklyn Bridge. Then there was an ice cream spot over there. Like getting some ice cream. Boom, got that. But yeah, collect that VET, man, so you can do it up. Have a blast. Make the most of that vacation. You know what I mean? Double down. What's good, fam? What's good with you? Good to see you. Good to see you, though. Double down in the building. Hope all is well with you, my dude. Hope all is well. Look at Sean laughing. Sean, you still a UPT ninja right now? Matter of fact, no, don't tell us. Don't tell us. It's all right. We working. He working on it. He working on it. Icy says, still waiting on my chain from Gio. He probably with Candy right now. How do you be remembering this stuff? Your memory is A1. I need to drink more water and get more sleep so I can get memory like that. That's a lot of memory power. Icy. Probably with Candy. That's hilarious. Hopefully he's not. You feel me? Hopefully he working and or being productive, Hopefully he's not with Candy though. Oh, okay. 300. Shout out to Rondo. Good looking on that, fam. All right. Danny says, what up, Danny? Did I say what's up to you already? I don't know. I don't think so. But shout out to Danny in the building. What's up with you? He says, do you know what a quality PA does? I think they probably oversee quality, but I don't know how, because PAs are paying attention to that, regular PAs of whatever department they're in. You know what I mean? They're watching the quality and what else is called? I forgot all the names. But I'm not sure. If anybody knows, drop that in there for Danny. I don't know what a quality PA is. Or is that like FICQA? But I forgot what that stands for too. I don't know, fam. Outbound? I don't know. I'm not sure. My bad about that. I think I have heard of a quality PA, but I never really paid attention to it. Double Down says we good over here chilling. Took work tomorrow off. Have all next week to transition sleep schedule. That's what's up. Yeah, man, get that rest. It'd be needed. It'd be needed for sure. I got a little rest today. All right. But that's what's up. That's what's up. It says, so you went from area manager to corporate. What's your corporate role? Nah, I was a PA before I went to the corporate side. Yeah, I was a PA before going to corporate, and in my corporate role, it's just we basically partner with the sites, the FCs. And which one do I like better? The FC. Only thing that I ever enjoyed about the corporate side was working from home. You know, they took that away. So, but there's a lot of people who do, well, there's people that do enjoy it up there. So, Icy Lambo says no damage land for me today. Right. You know what I mean? You and Gio be cutting up when y'all both be in here. You know what I mean? So that's good. He used VTO today. Because you know he ain't got no PTO, so he uses VTO today. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna use my VTO." Oh man! Shout out to Gio. Gio, when you see this, shout out to you. You see, ICB remembering everything. Well, Double Down says outbound quality PA will track delivery exception issues, track dwelling problem solve items, and vary problem solve totes are emptied daily. They are a DEA function. That's what's up. Shout out to them. I thought that was what ICQA did, no? Oh no, they went around and counted or something, huh? Well, there you go. Everybody, who was that? That was Danny. There you go. Boom. And this is an AM right here too. So, he has some knowledge on that. And anybody watching the video, this is a whole video topic. What is a quality PA? Or what's an outbound quality PA? Shout out to Double Down. The PA will track delivery exception issues, track dwelling problem solve items, and every problem solve. And very problem solve totes are emptied daily. They are a DEA function. That's what's up. And listen, we're not representatives of the company. We're not spokesmen. Just giving our experience. Shout out to Double Down. What you say? Thumbs up. Yes, if you guys ain't hit that thumbs up yet, be sure to hit that thumbs up one time. Let me see if there's any news, y'all. We supposed to be doing current events. I don't ever be doing current events. Oh yeah, we do. We do. Sometimes when there's something really going on, y'all be asking it. Let's see if Amazon has any updates or any news. I really don't even be checking like I used to. Vocalize opposition to potential Amazon warehouse. Vermonters. Now, I'm not sure what state that is. There's seems like it's a Vermont in every state, but I guess they're the state to vocalize opposition to potential Amazon warehouse. I wonder why. I used to see that a lot when Walmart was first expanding. A lot of neighborhoods rightfully so. Walmart put out so many mom and pop stores in local communities and it don't even make sense. I think it was a plan, low key. I think that was purposely done. Same way the shutdown happened and they stayed open and all the mom and pop stores got to close. Make it make sense. It doesn't. You know what I mean? But why would I don't know. Just asking. I wonder why people would be opposed to an Amazon being opened up in there. It says because they said across the state. That's deep. Oh, I don't have it. I'm not sharing my screen, so you guys are just looking at me. But yeah, that's deep. That brings a lot of jobs. So I wonder why. Maybe I should click on it. They probably say, huh? Yeah, let me click on this real quick. It sparked a little bit of interest. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's see if I can share this. Share screen. Swoop. Wow. What are we looking like? Looking like this. Nah, it's too small. Boom. Yeah. Which one? Ah, I guess I'll do this one. That's cool. Where to go? Oh, okay. Yo, listen. I know it's been a while since I've been spitting, but I got nah, never mind. I just felt a burst. I felt a burst of flows rolling through my melanin right now. You feel me? I just felt it, but then I stopped. I want to throw a beat on a freestyle right now. I don't know why where this came from. It's got like a boost of rap, rap energy. I got a boost of rap energy. Now I feel like letting off right now, but let me just read this press release. All right. This is okay, so this is their local news station too, or one of their local presses. This is updated 42 minutes ago. Let's see what their reason is. Some things are better sung than said. Bruh. Who's writing this? Some things are better sung than said. Take it back. All right. Anyways, only the notes of the song he wrote can truly express the fear of the potential Amazon warehouse. When art mixes in with press releasing, no, leave art at the door. Just give us the news, fam. Trying to do poetry, bruh. Leave that at the door and just give us the news. That was a terrible intro. Anyways, the song is not, and he's still going. Oh, is it a real song? Don't tell me it's a real song. The song is not a solo. Echoes of his gospel rang tune for almost 2 hours of the public comment. Is this the same press release? What are they talking about? I'm having trouble reconciling our community vision with that of Amazon, which is bent on consistent growth at the expense of all our livelihoods and collective future. Wow. Wow. That's heavy. I'm having trouble reconciling. Am I saying that? Is that reconciling? Right? Yeah, reconciling. That's reconciling. Our community vision with that of Amazon, which is bent on consistent growth at the expense of all of our livelihoods and collective future. That's deep. That's deep. How though? Like, what are they gonna like grow? They're gonna bring in more buildings, which I would think that would bring in more jobs. No, that's deep. Residents and impassioned Vermonters from across the state expressed disdain for the online retail giant. Some were concerned about environmental dangers. Okay, the warehouse may pose. What environmental dangers does a warehouse pose, y'all? I'm not aware of it. Something I've never looked into. You want to know what? Maybe I wonder what type of community this is. I've never heard of this. So maybe it's just like all land and field and stuff. Like, is this a farmer place? You know what I mean? I don't know. So that may that would make sense if that's their vision, you know. Um Environmental dangers. That's deep. I've never looked into that. The warehouse may pose others about traffic from the disruption, and small businesses worried that they might be harmed. How would small businesses be harmed? Because Amazon, you buy online. It's not like you buy it there. You know what I mean? So I wonder how they would how small businesses would be affected by a local Amazon warehouse. Let me read some of these comments real quick, y'all. Let me catch up, and then I'll go back to that little press release. All right. Double Down says meant to say verified totes. Okay. In our empty daily quality is ICQA. Okay, cool. So they are an ICQA outbound PA. Makes sense. See, okay. I've never heard of a quality PA outbound or ICQA. That I have heard of that. Dope. That's what's up. Good looking on that clarity, Double Down. Good looking. Andre says probably ruins the local economy for business owners. Okay, so that's what I was. Well, we just read that. How though? You know what I mean? Because everybody's buying, they're spending their money online. They're not like, like they're not spending it because the FC's there. They're spending it just because it's Amazon. So I wonder how that would affect the local economy. Probably ruins the local. If you can fill me in, though, you know what I mean? I just never thought of this, so that's why I'm just asking. Icy Lambo says, laugh out loud at the random rap during the news time. I'm all for it. Got to wake yourself up to film, edit those. Right. Facts. Gio says they already asked me if I want to be a learning ambassador. Why? No. Why did they do that? Now you finna be on their head every day. Am I a learning ambassador today, boss? Today? Is it today? Yo, they shouldn't have said nothing. They should have waited until the class was open and be like, hey, we have an ambassador class open next Tuesday. You down? You know what I mean? Because that's like, what is that? That's like dangling the cheese. Is that what they be dangling? Is that what it's called? I'm kind of tired. I can't even think right now, but dangling the cheese, the carrot. There you go. What do I get cheese from? Dangling the carrot. You know, hopefully you get in there this time, you know. Oh, they signed you up already. This is your second week. Do you have a date for that? Hopefully so. Definitely want to see you get in your ambassador position. So then you can go on an away team. You feel me? And that'll be dope. Icy Lambo said, Gio, I know we were just talking about you, man. Literally, 10 minutes ago? We was just talking about you in a good way. It was funny. Icy Lambo, she was like, oh, Gio's probably with Candy right now. Hilarious. We were just talking about you. You what? You curse out a learning ambassador today, guys, and told the PA and managers on him. He got in trouble. Oh, you got cursed out by a learning ambassador today. Is that what you're saying? And told the PA manager? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying on that one, fam. You gotta clarify that. Icy Lambo says, are you guys going to proceed with the learning ambassador position? Congratulations. If so, King, keep wearing that crown. I know. Major congrats to Gio for that. All right, let me go back to this real quick. So we're being threatened. We're being threatened most seriously by online retailers. Amazon representative insists that they help small businesses and that how do they help small businesses? Or do they mean individual businesses like people doing FBA? Was that Amazon? Amazon Business Associate or whatever that's called. I don't even know what it stands for, but I see a lot of YouTube videos on people becoming FBAs, whatever that is. Amazon FBA, Amazon sellers or something. But how does Amazon help small businesses? That's a question I would want to know. Anyways, Amazon representatives insist they help small businesses with their stuff. They probably do. How many things do small businesses need? Like, especially mom and pop businesses. Well, I don't know. It is kind of hard to tell. Anyways, and they're just trying to get, my bad. The way I have this mic set up is keeps blocking me, but trying to better serve their customer base. The focus here is to serve our customers and provide better access from across New England, Vermont, and the entire country for the small and medium-sized business that sell on Amazon. Okay. No business in Vermont that sell on Amazon showed up to support this. Right. How many businesses in Vermont selling on Amazon? So they're fighting for that. Please stand if you oppose it. If you oppose this plan, thank you. I'm going to ask you to please listen to the town and the town plan. At the end of the meeting, the Development Review Board decided that there would be no movement on the application from Amazon, and they would kick the can down the road to the next meeting. I think eventually they're going to get in there, though, because it's bigger. You feel me? Like, it's levels to this in this country. And Amazon got pockets, and they got the 2 P's. They got pockets and they got pull. You feel me? They got the 2 T's. Oh, did I say 2 T's? Yo, I need to go to bed. Did I say 2 T's or 2 P's? Whatever I said. They got the 2 P's, pockets and pull. So I think it's only a matter of time before they get in that place and wherever they want to go. That was the same thing when at Walmart. There was a gang. I remember that. And that makes sense because they're an actual storefront. You know what I mean? And they sell everything. They sell everything. So I understood why small, mom and pop businesses was like, nah, like y'all gonna put us out of business. But and there was a whole when Walmart was first rolling out, it was a lot of people who was against it. But what happened? Them two P's, pockets and pull. They got both. Three P's, pockets, pull, and politicians. They all in the same pocket. You feel me? So now Walmart is everywhere, you know. And I remember there was people back in the day who was like, I'll never like. There were people who were standing against going to Walmart. Like I knew very few, but they were like, I'm never going to shop there because of what they did to small and pop businesses. It's like, okay, but how long does that last? I don't know. I haven't asked those people. I probably should ask them. There's only like one person that I know who was gun hold about not shopping there that I knew personally. I've heard people say it all the time, but um, I wonder how many of those people converted and gave in to go shopping at Walmart today. Like in that press release, they kicked it down. They kicked the can down the line. Okay, 3 months, next quarter. Eventually, though, I truly believe Amazon's going to be up in there. Like I said, three P's: pockets, pull, politicians. Icy says FBA, fulfillment by Amazon, selling on the platform. Right. Okay, cool. I was right on that. Good looking. Perfect. Gematria says my site for some people and other sites saying people on TLD may be limited to 2.5 hour shifts. TLD, I have no clue what that is. What's that, man? What's TLD? I don't think I've ever heard of that. At least I don't remember. But fill us in on that, Perfect Gematria. I've never heard of that. Geo says yes. They asked while I was putting the boxes in the trailers. They are placing the people that were that was there first in the new opening of the building. 2 weeks, I moved up past it, and I got haters at work too. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, that's good. You getting your recognition. That's good. They put you in a position. Listen, just don't overbear. Don't be overbearing with it. Let it. You know what I mean? Just continue to shine, fam, and let them handle it. And but I know last time you was going off. You was be cool, fam. Be cool. Be cool. You know what I mean? It seems like they looking at you cool. So be their perception of you. Don't start going off. Don't be going off on them now. Andre, what up? What's good, Andre? Once Amazon puts money into Vermont's government, right? I ain't even see this comment, right? Or did you just write that because of what I said? But that's a good point. Facts. I mean, we're just speaking hypothetically, though. You want me to say this? What is that? I can't think of none of the sayings today. Anyways, though, facts. Pockets, pull, politicians. The three P's. I just made that up tonight. Somebody coined that for me. Yeah, I think the buildings is gonna come. It's only so far, so long they can hold off. I agree, Andre. Kevin said, "Did they have any learning ambassadors, PA or area managers, secret handshakes?" Nah, they didn't. You know what I mean? That would have been cool. I'm gonna make it up. If I go back into the FC, I'm gonna be making them up. I'm gonna be having a blast if I go back on, and then with the content, because I was already having fun with it, But now I'll just, I need to get back over there. But nah, they didn't have no secret handshakes. Hilarious. Except, hold on though, management seems like they have. It seemed like they a secret fraternity and sorority. It seems like, of course, they're not, but that's how they move, though. It's like they be on cold with each other. From my experience, I'm just a representative of the company. I'm not a representative of the company. I'm not a representative of the company nor a spokesman. My experience, you would think it's like a fraternity or sorority type thing. They be covering. I'm just saying they really, as you should though, as you should, but it's a little not cultish. It's definitely not cultish, but it's a little fraternity-ish, if I must say. But I guess it's, builds their trust with each other and all that, I guess. Andre says, I remember the old King of the Hill episode opposing big businesses like Walmart. Oh, see, I don't even remember that. King of the Hill snaps. Andre, you gotta be 30 at least. King of the Hill, fam. King of the Hill. Remember Boomhauer? Yeah, man. Right there, man. King of the Hill was hilarious. That was a funny show. Shout out to the King of the Hill. I haven't seen that in forever. Does that even air? I don't think that comes on TV anymore. King of the Hill was funny. Shout out Boomhauer. Boomhauer had me rolling. Gio said the females was on me today. Gio, come on, man. Don't let them get you in trouble, my guy. Don't let them get you in trouble. Amazon's okay job, I guess. Oh, here we go. If we can go back 4 episodes, no, it was longer than 4. Probably like 8 episodes. Gio, you was going off on the company. But you feel me? You made a turn, and hey, you turned a new leaf. We glad to see you, man. We glad to see you here. Shout out to Gio. At least you are enjoying your work environment. That's the important things. That's the important thing. It plays a big part in our life because we spend so much time there. So can you imagine? Well, that's most people, their life working in a place that they don't really like their work environment, and they're there most of the time. So for you to like the work environment is a good deal. Good thing for sure. Muhammad, what's good, fam? How you doing? Hope all is well with you. What do you think about the new Amazon robots like Pro? I don't know what that is, and the robots that picks or stows. So that's a new one that you just named. Let me type that in and see if they have any information on that. New Amazon. Okay, how's that spelled? Pro T E use. Pro T E use. Oh yeah, there is a little video on there. Okay. Amazon's slightly terrifying new warehouse robot comes with a sense of touch. Let's see. Let's watch this. Let's see this. Shout out to let me read these comments and I'll pull this up. Muhammad, I pulled up a press release right now. They got some new big robot, I guess, and the press release was only 3 weeks ago. So I'm gonna pull that up right now. But I think we're headed towards automation, or we're already, look how much stuff they've in that land of automation, how much traction they've made already, how much water they treaded already. I think they've come a super long way. I mean, when I first was in the building, we had VRCs. Of course, the FCs have VRCs, but the way the work was coming, it had to go from the trailer, of course, get pulled out. Then the pallets get made. Then pallet runners take the pallet to the VRC and then keep a buffer right there, meaning like 12, keep the buffer at 12, meaning 12 pallets of work right there on the floor, so that can go up between the floors, floor 1 through 4. Then we had a team, the VR team, 2 pallet runners who would literally just take the pallets on the bottom floor, put them in the VRC, send them up. Boom, 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 boom. In just 3 years. It wasn't even 3 years. What, 2 years? Because I came to Amazon 2019, I believe. And then when I launched BFL 1, they have the workflow going from the dock. It's automated. Not completely, but at least from the stow, the work was coming on a conveyor straight to the stow station. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That was 2 years. You know what I mean? So I think this is going to continue to go rapid. You're going to be quick. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't like it. I get it though. All these companies invest in billions and however much into automation. I don't like it. But I mean, we'll see how it turns out. I don't think it's going to take too long to see. I'm not a fan of it though. But I understand it. It's business. the company's always, of course, they're going to always do its best for the business to help that bottom line. You know what I mean? And if we can replace labor, we can replace insurance. We know all the thing that comes attached with an associate, a human associate, and that's a continual payout that they got to make. Until as long as the associate's there, these robots, one-time pay. You feel me? No breaks, no vacation, unlimited rate, whatever you need them to hit. You know what I mean? No injury. They can't go on, like, so. But shout out to you though, Muhammad. I'm gonna pull up that press release in a minute. And Jay says, "What up, bro? What's good with you, my guy? Hope all is well with you. Hope all is well with you. Good to see you in the building. Everybody who's tuned in, if you ain't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. But shout out to you and NJ Cheese. Shout out to you, man. Perfect Gematria says TOD is temporary. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know the acronym. I've heard of light duty though. Good looking on that. You just gave me some knowledge right there. Usually for people on accommodation with injuries or disabilities. Right. Yeah, I've known a lot of people on those. But what were you saying about that? Let me scroll up. My site. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So basically, Gematria was saying his site for some people and other sites saying people that's on light duty may be limited to 5-hour shifts. Honestly, I'm surprised they weren't already doing that. You know what I mean? Because, like if Amazon's going to do anything, they're going to make, like they're going to maximize that dollar. They're going to maximize the return of their dollar that they get from their workers. If anything, they're going to do that. Like if you can be sure you're going to be working, So to have associates, that's actually kind of hilarious. Like light duty workers getting hours cut. Bro, that's crazy. If that's for real, that's crazy. That's pretty crazy. That sucks. That's not cool. That sucks. But you know what I mean? I get it, but it's like, yo, like that. You feel me? Like, that's deep. Man, I haven't heard nothing about that. So hope we're not representatives of the company, and we're not saying that's what it is, but that's a crazy that's just a crazy thought. If that is happening, if that does happen, that's pretty deep. That's pretty crazy. Sean says new King of the Hill episodes are coming soon. Everyone's older. What? That's pretty dope. I might watch one, but I don't watch stuff. You know what I mean? The way that we are entertained and programmed is totally television programming. The way that we're programmed now is totally different from how it used to be. King of the Hill, I would watch that because what we have 13 channels. You feel me? UPN. You feel me? We didn't have many channels, So, man, I sound old saying that. Yeah. But it wasn't much stuff on. Hey, those wasn't the days. The Simpsons, King of the Hill, Futurama, back to back to back. That wasn't hitting back then. Let me calm down. But those was the nights. I want to eat some popcorn just thinking about it right now. Like those was the nights. And it's so different how we consume our programming now. We choose what we want to watch. I haven't watched none of those shows forever because I choose what I want to. It's dope because now I can literally entertain myself with knowledge. Instead of because they called it television programming for a reason. I program myself all day. Get to work. I'm listening to the audio Bible. I got 2 books that I let play. I try to let play every day. 1 John and 1 Peter. I try to let those play as soon as I get to work. Programming. Broop, washing the mind. Way to start my day. Boom. Then I'm listening to podcasts. Am I listening to podcasts about ratchetness? No. I'm trying to listen to something that's motivating, something that's inspirational, something that's encouraging, something where here's what I watch too. I watch a lot of critical thinking stuff, conspiracy stuff. People asking real questions like, wait a second. Every Capitol building was founded and they're made like Marvin, I can't say no words today. These are spectacular buildings. Every Capitol building is made of grandeur that shouldn't have been made in that time. If we walk around with doom buggies and horses, and it's granite on the ceilings and big old domes and all this stuff. You know what I mean? There's people who question that, like, wait a second, how we build that, and that what you say was founded before the power tool. That don't make sense. So that type of stuff is what I usually be watching. You know what I mean? I ain't seen nothing from back in the day. Like I totally King of the Hill has I ain't thought of that. I haven't even thought of that in like years. So I think I'll probably check the first one out though, just for memories and see what they're trying to do. You know, see how they're trying to spin it. Gio says a learning ambassador got jealous of me today because I moved up faster than him. He was making smart remarks to me because after he heard I was going to be a learning ambassador in only my second week. It happens, but you can't feed it though. You know what I mean? You definitely can't cuss him out. Like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But respond with greatness. Respond with with continuing to succeed. You know, don't respond with the mouth with cuss words. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's not the way to do it. But congrats, man, that you get in the position and you already moving over there. But you got to play chess. If you plan on stepping into moving up, play chess. Don't play checkers. Checkers is easy. I know if I make the move to boom, take this one, you have one that's right there that's gonna take this. We already know the chess game, play chess out here in these streets. In these Amazon streets, you feel me? NJ Cheese says, had an interview today. Hey, let's go. Shout out to you, fam. Hope that went amazing. So hopefully that went great. Either way, congrats. That's a big deal. Most people don't even get the interview, so that's a big deal. Whichever way it goes, continue to keep your head up and continue to shoot for it. You feel me? Shoot for the goal. So good stuff right there, fam. Your videos first to pop up. Hey, that's what's up. That's dope. That's official. I have to get back to posting consistently on here on this channel. I have a few different channels, so this is one where I've been consistent with my lives more than all my channels. So I got to get back to my regular posting because that's official. That don't happen for a lot of people, so that's dope. I was just watching your away team video. Go on their way. Oh, I don't know if you've been on one. Them things is official. You feel me? You get to, and that video is dope too. I really man, imagine if I would have stayed in the FC, I would have just been collecting content. But then too, I could have done that on corporate. Like I had an opportunity to go to these buildings a few months ago. I didn't do it though. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Though that was some good videos. If you guys haven't seen my away team video, I think I just did one. Yeah, I think I only did one. Where I actually show you the rental car. I show you the hotel. Go check that out. That's some good stuff. Good looking on that, NJ. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Gio says, SB, a lot of people let these vests go to their heads. Excuse me, y'all. With too much pride, AMPA learning ambassadors be acting like they're Jeff Bezos and own Amazon. Yeah, I did a blog on that. I called it. Here's what I called it. Here's the term. It's called vest ego. Vest ego. Yeah, a lot of people get that for sure. It don't make no sense, you know what I mean? But I enjoyed that though. I enjoyed that process because it shows you who people are. Give him a vest. Let's see what he does. We don't give him the ambassador vest first. Some people don't even make it to the ambassador vest because they had vest ego with the water spider. They couldn't handle a water spider. Thinking you feel me? Jeff's son, Uncle Cousin Jeff's stepson. So if you can't handle a water spider position, ain't no way you finna step in an ambassador vest. So that's why I appreciated those little steps. Because if you can't handle the first step, you're not gonna handle the third or fourth or the second, So I like when that happens because it exposes when people get that promotion. All right. I'm always happy because I love seeing people progress, all areas of life, whatever it may be. But then I watch close. Okay. Like, man, you got your new job. Okay, I see you. Boom. I'm the first to congratulate and big my friends. I'm always pouring in and lifting them up. But I watch. Okay, let's see. Let's see if the attitude changes. Let's see if that pride comes out. You know what I mean? I watch that type of stuff, and I think that's good to be aware of in the workplace as well. Wait, hold on. So, with that being said, Gio, hold up. You've been chasing that ambassador vest for a long time, sir. So let's make sure when you get that vest, I can only imagine. I just had a vision. Yo, Gio finna be the CEO when he get his vest. Gio finna be the site lead when he get his vest. Oh man, Gio, warning. I'm giving you a warning. When you get your vest, don't get vest ego. You don't let it go to your head. Because I think it's gonna go to your head. I'm just saying. I'm calculating all of our prior conversations. This is something you've been chasing for a minute. So when you get it, be the example. You feel me? Be the example that's needed, man. Be the example. Because I just seen it. As soon as I was saying, I just seen like a picture. You don't let it go to your head, Gio. Oh man. All right. Perfect Jamacha says they were saying people weren't doing anything really, so they were escorting them out the building and forcing them on leave, even people on workplace injuries. If that happens or it happened, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised because I mean that is true. When the people I've seen on light duty, it's light duty. They're not really doing much of anything, So I'm sure everybody's seen it. So I'm sure somebody seen it was like, do we need this? Somebody working on a project. Hey, I know how we can cut the budget in by 40%. Oh yeah, how? Get rid of them. That's crazy. That sucks though. You feel me? Not cool, but I'm not surprised if that's the case. You know what I mean? Gio says you must be a people person, understanding and nice to people to be in leadership role and treat people how you would like to be treated. If not, a person shouldn't be in leadership roles. Yeah. Remember that. Screenshot this. Screenshot this. You said this out your mouth with this way. You said this out your mouth. You screenshot this, Gio. So you can remember this every day when you go into work with that vest. Because that's true. You're right, Gio, but let's remember that for ourselves for sure. Kevin says, have you ever watched your YouTube music video on ×2? They have a nice sped up remix feel to it. That they said I couldn't do it, but I did. Which one? They said I couldn't do it, but I did. It sounds familiar. Oh yeah. No, I forgot. What is that song about? They said I couldn't do it, but I did. Turn something into a crib. I don't know. I know what song you're talking about though. I'm gonna have to check that out. I've never done that before. Shout out to you, Kevin. That's what's up. You know what? I was gonna say I'm gonna just drop a song tomorrow because I have, it's already done. But I don't want to just drop all of them as singles, but I just may and forget doing it as a whole project just so I can get it out. But anyways, because it's obviously people listening to it and enjoying it, so. I'm going to have to check that out, Kevin. That's what's up. Good stuff. Gio said some people in those positions shouldn't be. I agree. All companies are like that. Sean White says, yeah, coming to Hulu. Bobby is 21 years old. They have a new dog. Hank has gray hair. Good. And it sucks, though. I have Hulu. I have it, but it's just not the same as being just, regular TV was just lit back in the day. I'll probably check it out. At least the first episode. You know what I mean? See how it goes. That's what's up. You play chess? Nah. I don't. Real life chess, yeah. You feel me? I play chess in real life, like situation wise, but nah, the game, nah. I always wanted to learn, but it was explained to me a few times, but because I never continuously did it, you can learn something, but if you never do it, that's something you got to kind of do to retain. I think it's not just like knowledge; it's like practice and repetition, or you know what I mean. So, I don't know how to play. Gio says Amazon is a blessing. The job market is bad now. Me and some other guy was talking about it at work today. Well, you feel me? Collect while you can, fam. While we got the OT, if you guys got it. And Jay says, think it went well. That's good to hear. That's good to hear, fam. Hopefully it did. Hope you get the incline. Hope you get a strong incline, and hope you get slotted. And like I say, all like already, it's still a congrats and still a major thing, because that's a big deal. Good stuff. I got to change my light back here. Can y'all see that? This one. Seems like it's getting lower, so I'm gonna change it. I got a few different lights in here that's not in frame of this. I'm gonna probably put my flame one though over there. All right, Gio says that's cool. I'm gonna be honest, if they don't tell you right away, we say you probably don't get the position. This is for a comment in the chat. That maybe no, that's not true though. That ain't true. I didn't get information right away on my interview for corporate, so that's not 100% true. They didn't tell me nothing after my interview. I actually forgot about the interview because I had a few interviews. I was more focused on my area manager interview. I wasn't even focused on the corporate manager or corporate role interview because I didn't want it. But I was just making, just knocking stuff out, honestly, just to do it. And I didn't even know until I got the email. Or did somebody reach out to me through Chime? I forgot. I don't even remember. Oh, I got the email. So yeah, that's not always the case, Gio. You're cross-trained already? Oh, okay. I feel you. I totally agree about people letting the best get the best of them. Yup, that best ego for sure. I'm being cocky once. I know. Yeah, I seen it. I was like, oh no, I seen it. You feel me? Don't do it, fam. Just don't. Gio's gonna boss people around. Go to damaged land. Right. He gonna send Icy to damaged land and then disappear. Be gone the whole day. Where Gio at? Getting in trouble. Gio said, I also asked about the PA position. They told me I can work my way up to that as well. At my location last week, I spoke to management. That's what's up. But listen, you got to just, okay, you asked them, right? Don't ask them again. You feel me? Don't bug them. Do not become a bugaboo in the job. That's not cool. You asked them. So now they got the seed in their head. You planted the seed in their mind. All right, my dude's interested in the position. So now they're automatically going to be keeping their eye on you. Know that as well. So you already asked. Now just do the first steps. Get your ambassador, which you're already about to get. Handle business there. Don't be bugging about being a PA. Handle it as a learning ambassador, because I'm going to tell you, when they really want you in that position, you ain't got to bug them. They're going to be bugging you. They're going to be reminding you about it. I wasn't bugging them every week about, hey, can I hear me? I'm PA. Nah, they was giving me information. And you know what I mean? Like, so that's the way you want to move about it. You don't want to be thirsty. It's important to let them know where you want to go. And then, you feel me? You plant the seed, water it and grow that seed. You feel me? Gematria says, have you heard of people selling Amazon jobs in Canada? They would have bots on the job site. Then as soon as jobs are posted, in just 2 seconds, it'll be filled. Then they sell the jobs for 15. Wow. That's deep. That's a cold game too. That's crazy. I've never heard of something like that. Like, why would you do that? Some humans doing too much. Gio says, thank you again, SB. Like I said last week, God used you to bring me back to the Zon. If it wasn't for you, your inspiring videos, I wouldn't have, sir. I appreciate that. And man, I pray, my prayer, man, is just you be inspired, you feel me, and more than just the Zon too. you know, and the other information. I mean, leave candy alone. You know, Icy brought that up earlier. She says, she was like, hopefully, no, she said you was. She's like, I bet he with Candy. That's why he ain't here. I was like, no, yeah, he's not with Candy. Leave Candy alone. You feel me? And stay focused. You got a career or you got a dream. No, you got a career that you're trying to get to with the basketball. You got your dream with the music. You feel me? Stay focused. You in a position where you can get some capital for your music. Work that overtime. You feel me? And yeah, no candy for Gio. Guts. He on a diet, strict diet. But no, I appreciate that, Gio. I appreciate that. My ego and pride is turned down, and I humble myself. Working at Amazon is better than being broke with no job and money. I agree. I agree. I have a college degree. I could be AM. I'm started learning ambassador, and I'm starting PA. No, no candy for Gio. Water spider is real, bruh. Right? Right. Water spider vest ego. Fam, as crazy as it sounds, for those of you who are not at Amazon, basically that's like the entry level of, what are they called? Because it's water spider, but it's, what's the term? You're like, what are they? They're like, what would be the term? They're like labor, not labor share. They assist the process. Like in a warehouse, they're making sure everybody has work. But it's a term. I don't know why my mind is like this right now. And now I really want to know that term because I always say it. But anyways, it's indirect. They're like, there you go. They're called indirects, but they're like indirectly helping the process. Anyways, it's the first step of doing something that's not your regular job assignment. You're basically assisting other people in their job assignments, helping them, you know what I mean, make sure they have work, all that stuff. So it's like, boop, it's like not even a whole level up, it's just a little bit. So that's what a water spider is, level wise. So that's why we're saying, like, how are they, you know what I mean? How can somebody, that's like if you work at McDonald's, right? And you're the cash register, you now become, well, no, those are different positions. I don't know how to break it down. I'm tired, but it's like, you know, it's barely an increase. So, but like I was saying, Sean, I think that's a good thing though, because then it exposes the person. You know what I mean? That's why I love the workplace in general. It's a quick way to expose people to more things than just your work ethic. It exposes the way people think. It exposes you. It exposes a lot, you know. So it is funny, but it shows a lot. Like how you gonna get prideful after you become a pallet runner? But it happens. People become a pallet runner and think they, you know what I mean? How? But noted. Thanks for letting me know that, because I thought you was, and I don't think that no more. You know what I mean? It's deep. Jamatra says, and also because the job market is really bad in Canada, and we still have millions of immigrants coming in still. See, America being real quiet on that. I wonder what the number is over here for us. And we still have millions of immigrants coming in every year. Some rumors say it's people up in AWS giving them info to sell the jobs. I wouldn't be surprised. That's crazy though. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. Icy says, yes, I agree. Remain level-headed. All jokes aside, use this job to fuel your ambitions and make your dreams come true into fruition. Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. You want to leverage, maximize. You feel me? For sure. Speaking of Candy, she was flirting with me today. They said, stay out of trouble, man. Hard work pays off. SB tells us all the time. Hard work, strategy. You feel me? Strategy, hard work. There's some other things in there too. But just hard work in general will get you more than not working hard, if anything. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely want to work hard with strategy. If you're trying to move up, for sure. if you're trying to advance, for sure. Gio says she's interested in me. She's interested in me, Icy Lambo. She's a beautiful Latina. She likes me. She's always trying to get my attention. That's hilarious. Kevin says, smoke detector club, be like chirp. I'll get to it once I climb the ladder. Kevin, you drunk? Kevin over there, tipsy. Kevin's over there loaded. Listening to that one song on times 2. Shout out to Kevin. Yeah, I know I need to change that. I'm glad you reminded me though, because I told people to remind me at the end, and we at the end. We got 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go do that right now. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that because I still got some energy. I got the juice right now. Man, I could have turned this down a little bit more. My lighting. Let me see. It's on 73. Drop that. Man, it was a little cleaner like that too. That's all good. Man, that looks perfect. Well, I'll know for next time. All right. Water spiders have egos too. They be flirting with all the women at Amazon besides me. The water spiders was the biggest ladies' men at my old Amazon location. Low key, you feel me? Low key, that's where you find them. I think it's because of the opportunity for, because here's the thing. Why is that a consistent thing? Usually because it's fed. Something's only going to stay alive if you feed it. You know what I mean? So it's being fed. It's always going to be there because there's always going to be somebody feeding that attention, taking in that attention. But then the reason is why they take in that attention. It's not because they feeling them. It's because they're going to get easier work. And they're going to get, you feel me? Like everybody be manipulating everybody in these workplaces. He says, Gio, calm down. He needs to. Talking about Candy. Yeah, leave Candy alone, man. Gio gonna get all the ladies. Oh my goodness, no. He going to the league. He got to get into the league, fam. He got to get into the league. Nah. I'm a ladies' man. That's the downfall, and that's the downfall of many mighty men. You feel me? Of many mighty men. Don't do it. You got to learn to overcome, Gio. Got to learn to overcome. All right, y'all. Shout out to Rondo. You feel me? One more shout out to Rondo. Oh, I was supposed to read that press release, but guess not. It's either the press release or I changed the battery on the knee. Let's because I kind of want to see this. I'm looking at the picture. Let's see what they're talking about. This is I guess one of their new robots. Share the screen. Ooh. Boom. All right, so this is it right here. Let me change my little thing. Boom, right there. All right, Amazon slightly terrifying. How come it's not moving? There you go. Amazon slightly terrifying new warehouse robot comes with a sense of touch. Well, you want to grab him by the neck. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty big machine. What is that going to do? That definitely don't like it's going to stow nothing. You feel me? Or pack nothing. I don't know what that does, but I guess. Like, why are we building that? What is that for? Yeah, I'm sure that it looks expensive. What for what? Never mind. All right. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Amazon's latest warehouse robot can fill items that it handles. I'm gonna call it that, has already processed 500,000 orders. That's crazy. That's deep. It'll work alongside workers to boost efficiency and safety. I can't wait to see that. Amazon has unveiled a brand new warehouse robot that it is calling V, and is a step closer to being human than many humans might feel comfortable with. But we're going to put them right next to them, but for good reason. V has the ability to feel the objects it interacts with using force sensors and what's that? Tactical feedback? No, it's not tactical, but whatever that is. Which means Amazon can improve precision and reduce errors in its warehouse. The thankfully not humanoid robot uses two separate arms, one for rearranging items and bro, I gotta go to sleep. Compartments. Oh my gosh. And another equipped with a camera and suction cup to be used for retrieval. Okay. Can fill objects. So this thing's already processed over 500,000 orders. That's deep. Amazon, I mean, is this, when are they rolling this out? It's also to identify when it cannot currently handle an item. Okay, calling for human assistance. Well, what's the point? You got this big old giant, I'm sure that thing was a gang of money. You're still going to call for human assistance. Notably, in high stacked shelves or taller warehouses, V is able to access items more quickly than humans because it doesn't need to use a ladder, improving safety and efficiency. It's also said to work at speeds comparable to humans. I believe it. I'm pretty sure they can tune it up a little bit faster when they want to. But I'm just, I digress. All right, let's see. Amazon has more than 750,000 robots already talking about, robots not going to take over jobs. They got 750,000 robots already. But I think they're including like the pods and all that stuff. But before pods, the workers had to go get this stuff, right? Most people don't even remember that. I didn't even remember that. I was only told about that when I got there. So they've already made leaps and bounds when it comes to robots and automation. Amazon now has more than 750,000 robots in use across its warehouses, which it stresses are there to support and collaborate with human workers rather than replace them. Hold on, pause. Really? Okay, sounds good. But what did it replace? What jobs did it replace already? You know what I mean? Anyways, which it stresses or to collaborate, boom, boom. Other projects include the Sparrow, Robin, Cardinal, the company's first autonomous robot. Our vision is to scale this technology across our network. Makes sense. I understand. Makes sense. Enhancing operational efficiency. I definitely think it's going to do that for sure. Improving workplace safety. Maybe if it's all robots, then yeah, there'll be no safety. I won't say nothing else. And supporting our employees by reducing physical demand tasks. Supporting our supporting our employees by reducing physical tasks. That's all you guys have for us to do. How's that helping us? You taking our jobs. That's all we got to do is physical demanding, you feel me? Stressful jobs. Was it physically demanding task? That's Amazon. What else what do they think we're doing in this place? All right, let me stop clowning. I'm not kidding, but all right, let me see. Let me close out this thing. That's funny. So are you guys excited for that? Because y'all in the warehouse. This thing was there the whole time. I forgot I left this $5 thing on there. Shout out to Rondo. I wonder how many people are excited for that. I'm not excited for that. And I'm not even in the warehouse, but guess we'll see how it plays out. Shout out to StreamYard. I've never shouted them out on the live. This is their live service. This thing ain't froze up once. You feel me? Shout out to StreamYard. And it's looking pretty spiffy. Let me see what it looks like on this large thing. It's looking spiffy. Okay, shout out to StreamYard doing their thing. All right. Ice Level says exactly. Literally, robots will take all the jobs. Well, we're gonna see. You know what I mean? But we're gonna wrap it up there, y'all. We had 2 hours. I'm gonna go change that battery. I mean that thing, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I think I got the batteries. I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that, and I'm gonna knock some blogs out right now. So, oh wait, hold on. Oh, that's Gio. Yeah, we're not playing. Gio says in the next 5 to 7 years, it will not be easy getting a job at Amazon. I believe it's going to be very competitive. It's not going to be easy like it is now to get a job just by applying. I agree, but I think cut that in half. I think 2.5 years. I think 2.5 years. Is it not? I mean, I don't know, but seems, I think I'm already hearing that is a little bit, it's not how it used to be now. 5 years? I think I cut that in half. I think we're already, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, but we'll see. I believe it's gonna be very, oh yeah. I think so too. Change it. Yep. I know. I'm gonna go do that right now. Good looking, Icy. Gio says, I'm already stacked money, so robots take jobs, you'll be okay. Sounds good until your money dwindles down. You know what I mean? But Perfect Gematria says people were selling jobs on Facebook Marketplace, some with blue badge positions because it needed blue badge. That's crazy. But see, that sounds a little fishy, because how does the company let that go on? You know, that don't, unless they didn't know of it. But that's just weird. That's different. Stacking, that's what's up. Yeah, definitely continue to stack, fam. Good night, everyone. Had a blast today. Stay safe, sleep soundly, work efficiently. If you're on the job, take care until next week. As for you, Gio, no more cussing out learning ambassadors. Stay focused, gang. Amazon Canada jobs is ran by a third party. Bro, I don't like that. Why do they always do that? All right. Anyways, well, that's crazy. But shout out to everybody. Perfect Gematria, ICGO. You feel me? Who else we have in the building? We had Big Sean in the building. We had Kevin in the building. For sure, shout out to Rondo. Like I said, shout out to Rondo for the super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. Definitely a blessing. Kevin in the building. We had Andre in the building. We had, wait, what is it? Okay, there we go. Did I say Andre? I don't know if I say Andre, but we had Andre. We had Double Down. You feel me? We had Two Broke Brand. That's a funny brand. We had Danny in the building. Everybody who tuned in. We had Mercy in the beginning. So shout out to Mercy. We had Super Chat Pat earlier. Typical Cowboys fan. Mark, that was in the building. Joel, shout out to Joel. Everybody who's in the building. If I left you guys out, of course, long-time subscriber. We had ND in the building. But everybody who tuned in, man, it was definitely dope. What you say? Oh, cool shirt. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. It's almost 1 a.m. there, for sure. Get you some sleep. Listen, y'all, that was super dope chilling with y'all. We're gonna be live next Thursday, 7 p.m. Listen, if you ain't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. If you ain't hit the notification bell, hit the notification bell, because I got to start uploading a lot more. I still have a gang of content I haven't uploaded on here, so I just got to get it out and start posting this stuff. What'd you say? Icy Lambo, the man disrespected me twice. I had to, ma. Oh, that's hilarious. Talking smart to me for no reason. 8 inside. Right. All right, y'all. Listen, y'all have a blessed week, and y'all have a safe week. Don't get into no crazy stuff out there. Be safe, because it's crazy out in these streets. Other than that, man, y'all have a good one. It's your boy. Yes. Bang. Let's go. Shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight. Y'all be safe, man. We up out of here. Let's go.